Hey gang, Cheri here, and welcome to this edition of Travel Talk. Welcome everyone. It is September the 12th already. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness, time is flying by, and I am just so happy that today I got to go outside and enjoy some fresh air. My grandgirls had their first soccer game. That's right, soccer game. Can you believe that? After the world has gone totally sideways for the last, 8 months or so, and now it's getting somewhat back to normal. So very, very excited about that. And we won the game, so yay! That was awesome too. So, hey, if you are new, this is Travel Talk. I am Cheri. I am a travel advisor from the St. Louis area, and this is where we talk about all kinds of vacation, cruise, Disney news, plus deals, travel tips, all kinds of fun things. So make sure, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you make that red bell or red box gray, and then tap on the bell, make the bell black so you get all notifications anytime I go live or put up a new video. You don't want to miss any of the fun. So today we are going to have a blast. I'm going to take just 1 second to tweet it out, and hopefully you can share it out. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever you have. Share it out, because that's how we're going to grow our awesome Sunsets Ohana. And Ohana means family, and you all are my family. So let me just send this out here real quick. And see, of course, I always forget to turn my volume down. Okay, so we're going to share this out. And then I'm going to put it on my community tab. And that way even more people can see it and come in and join us. All right. So everybody got it shared out? All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So today I have a very special guest. Speaking of Ohana, this is my little sister of Disney, my Ohana, and I am so happy to present to you all Heather from Vacation Exploration. Hi, Heather.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, look who we've got here. We've got Natalie in the chat. Oh my goodness. Another Ohana. And we've got Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Welcome. Natalie says, awesome guest. I know, right?
It's so sweet.
And we've got Jessie and Natalie saying hey to Heather. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. We're going to have so much fun today. So I'm calling this my little brag session. Because we are going to brag on you, Heather, and tell everybody all about you. And you have so much to offer. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
All about myself. So my name is Heather, and I'm obsessed with Disney. And I live in Florida. I live about 40 minutes from Disney World, Universal, and I go to the parks probably about 4 to 5 times a week. I'm a vlogger, a live streamer, and I'm just living my best life, just trying to have a great time at the parks, at the theme parks. So yeah.
Yes, I would say that you are one of the most blessed people on the planet to be able to live so close to Disney and Universal and be able to go anytime you want. What does that even feel like?
Oh my gosh, it feels so great. So I'm not Florida born and raised. I actually grew up in New Jersey for the first 11 and a half years of my life. We would go
Okay.
constantly down here on vacation. And we decided to, my family decided to move to Florida when I was, about 11. We moved down here, and it was like the first, year was like, oh my gosh, are we really near Disney? But it's so great. I'm so glad that I lived down here. And like at first it was hard, leaving all your friends behind and all that. But like overall, it was it was worth it. Hello, Monarch Marlin.
Hi, Michelle. How are you? Oh, yes. I mean, I just can't even imagine what it would be like to go to Disney 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, so, and
Yeah.
like I said, this is going to be my little brag session on you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you said that, you're a YouTuber, but you are also an Instagrammer. So
Yes,
I am so proud of your Instagram, and I'm going to share this with you guys. Um, I mean, if you are not following Heather on Instagram, where have you been? She has what, 10,000 followers now?
yes, yes,
That
yes. I
is
hit 10,000.
amazing. So now I think you've been probably doing uh, Instagram longer than YouTube.
I've been doing it about a year longer than I started I started in February 2018, and then I started my channel like I decided to go all in with it and try to really work my butt off with it, and about a year later. So they're about a year apart, yeah.
About a year apart. Okay. So, but you've had really great success on YouTube as well. You just passed your 1,000 subscribers not that long ago, and then boom, just right after that, you were monetized, and now you've got your memberships. So
Yeah.
tell us about that journey.
Oh my gosh, that was so exciting. So YouTube, yes, I got my YouTube back in March. I was so excited. It was funny. I once I got over that 500 mark, it really just came very quickly getting the other 500. I just worked really hard. I tried to stream, put out vlogs constantly, and then yeah, I hit my 1,000 subscribers back in March, and that's when everything just crashed with everything happening right now in the world.
Yes.
So then now I'm starting to, how did you go through all that? Do all these home streams and home vlogs. And hi Ruby, how are
Hi,
you?
Ruby. How are you?
And it was just kind of like getting all that. Then so then yeah, then I just been doing more with like vlogs. So then I noticed one day I had the membership tool on my thing, and I'm like, what is this? And it was the whole thing, how you can create membership perks, and I thought it was so cool. And I think apparently it's only with certain YouTube channel. Like I think it's like select YouTube channels get it. I don't really know how
Yeah, it's
exactly it
kind of
works.
like a lottery system from what I understand.
Yeah, so I was like, wow. So I'm super stoked.
That is so exciting. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm not logged into YouTube, so it's going to show that I'm not subscribed, but guaranteed I am subscribed to Miss Heather. Okay. So can you see that? Let's see. Okay. So this is Heather's Vacation Exploration YouTube channel, and I'm going to put a link in the chat here. So, oops, hold on. I got to go over here, and I got to give this link here in the chat. So if you all are watching or watching the replay and you have not yet subscribed to Miss Heather's YouTube channel, you got to run over there and do that right now. She is absolutely amazing. Oh, now my chat is freezing up on me. I may have to do it on this one. Oh, there we go. There we go. And so, yeah, so look at this page. I mean, hello. Can you see this beautiful, beautiful page here? And I tell you what, I know who did your banner and your logo, and she is awesome. And it looks fabulous. And then like even all of your thumbnails and everything, you do such a great job.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And then I love how you bring your family in. There's your brother, Dan.
Yes, there's my brother Dan.
And I know that you are a twin, but this is not your twin, right?
my older brother. He's older than me by 2 years. Unfortunately, my twin brother, he lives in Tampa, so he's only able to come up on the weekends, so he's not really overly in my channel that much. In the
Yeah.
future, I want to change that though. I want to get him and his girlfriend more in my vlogs because he's just as funny as Dan. It's just he
Yeah.
lives in.
Yeah, I want to see a picture of him so I can see your twin. There's Blaine from Rally Creative Travel. Hello, Blaine. Welcome. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to share with Blaine and some of the other travel channels that I know out there that may not be familiar with you, Heather. And it's like if you are a Disney fan at all or Universal, either one, you got to go check out Heather's channel. Like I said, look at this beautiful layout she's done here. And oh, look at this from last Halloween. Look at you guys.
I know that was so much fun. We're all in our costumes and
Yeah, so those of you that may not know, right here in this Halloween picture, that's Jen from Earsome Emporium. And then that's Peter from Extra Magic. And they are also part of our Ohana family over there in Jen and Heather's channel. Oh, look, there's Katie. Hi, Katie. How are you? Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, like I said, this is my little brag session. I got to brag on my little sister Heather here because she's just killing it over there. And so, I was going to tell you one of my very favorite videos that you did. You know, oh, there's Christina. Hi, Christina. Welcome.
hi.
During the height of the shutdown, I mean, like pretty much basically right after it happened, and you did the cutest video, and I still go back. I watched it again last night. It was so funny. See if I can find it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find it right here soon. Let's see. Make sure I didn't pass it.
You might have.
Oh, right here. I got my cruise was canceled due to CV-19, and so I'm going on a cruise from home. I love this video.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. It was my cruise was canceled. I was supposed to be going on a 3-day cruise to Nassau and Coco Cay on Mariner of the Seas, and we got the email that it was canceled, and I was so sad because I was so excited because it was like, I really want to go, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna cruise from home. So I made a little party.
Oh, it was great. I love how you did the formal night. You got your hair all did, and you got your formal dress on, and you're going to the show, and then you did the show. You were acting out all the different roles of even the TSA agent, and you had your little passport and all that.
I went all out. I was like,
the timing of that video came out, when everybody was, kind of scared and didn't know what was going on, and it just totally brightened up my whole quarantine time, It was fabulous. Oh, Katie's saying that you need to do Disneyland.
I would love to go to Disneyland. I really want to this year, but that's not going to happen, sadly. So hopefully 2021.
Yeah, you may have plans to do that in the future.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for maybe next year.
That'd be awesome.
So those plans. So.
Yes. Like Ruby said, we need the fun. Absolutely. So, not only, like I said, this is my little brag session. Not only does Heather, do Disney and Universal, but she also loves cruising. So she's a girl after my own heart with that. So tell us a little bit about, which cruise lines you've been on and things like that.
So I've only been on 2 cruise lines. I've done Royal Caribbean and Norwegian. I love Royal Caribbean's probably my favorite of the two. I've
Okay.
been on 2 Caribbean cruises and 1 Alaska cruise.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. I remember that.
oh my gosh, it is incredible. Oh my gosh. If you have an Alaska cruise on the agenda, you guys, you got to do it. You got to do it once. It's there's just no words. Like the beauty of it just does not do justice in pictures.
Yeah.
Um,
It's something you
yeah,
have to experience yourself, right?
you do. And I love cruising. My first cruise ever was in 2018. I did a Eastern Caribbean cruise on Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. I went
Oh,
with my
I love the
friend.
Oasis. I did the Oasis.
Oh my gosh, I love her. That type of ship, oh my gosh, it's incredible. And I feel like it's a good like first starter cruise because it's
Oh,
such a big ship and you really don't feel the movement of the ship that much. And I had so much fun. We did a Eastern Caribbean. We went to St. Martin, Puerto Rico, and then Royal Caribbean's private island Labadee. We did that. So much fun.
yes. We're scheduled to go to Labadee in January. So,
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You'll love it. Have you ever been to Labadee?
no, no, no. It'll be my first time.
Oh, you really like it. I really love it. It's just nice because it's just like a beach day. You can do excursions and stuff, but like you could just at the beach day, you can just sit on the beach. It's beautiful. I love Labadee. That port's really beautiful. And then my second cruise was on Nassau, St. Thomas, and St. Martin, and so much fun. I went with my parents. It was such a great trip.
That's the one that we did. We did, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Nassau, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. Yeah, yeah,
I love that
beautiful.
route. That's such a great route.
It is.
And we had so much fun. It was such a great vacation.
Yeah, anybody that's planning any cruises, I would definitely recommend that itinerary to anyone. Look, Natalie's saying, I would love to do the Symphony of the Seas.
I would love to do Symphony of the Seas as well. That ship is phenomenal.
Mhm. Absolutely. And look, there's Miss Alma. Hi, Alma. Welcome. This is Heather from Vacation Exploration, and she is my special guest today. And we are talking all about her YouTube channel and everything else she does. Oh, so, okay, we got to brag a little bit more on Miss Heather here. Okay. So, not only is she a lover of Disney and cruising, but she is also a fellow travel agent. So, tell us about that, Heather.
About being a travel agent. So I decided to become a travel agent about 2 years ago. It was just something that I just always wanted to. It was just something that caught my interest, like planning trips for people, because I have a lot of knowledge with Disney and cruises. So I decided to to do it, and I was at the time working my other job, which was I worked at a dock tunnel for 2 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I was still working there. And then one day I remember I was just kind of caught up with my job, and I actually had a client that I was working with, and they ended up not booking with me because I was at my other job and I couldn't answer their call. So then I remember that day I was so devastated. I was just like, so then I was talking to my mom, and she's just like, why don't you just take the jump and do it full time? We have your back. So then I quit that, and I decided to just pursue everything just full time with my travel agency and all that. And then I eventually um just led to led to that. And then I found my other company that I work for is I work for a donation company, which I can set my own hours for, and that also helps me make money so I can really just focus on like my dreams and my goals and still make
Fabulous.
other cash on like as another
There's,
job.
say hi to Nursing Our Travel Bug. Hello. Okay, so Heather wears many hats. And like I said, so she's Instagram, doing YouTube, her travel agency, and so many other hats. Another hat she wears is she is a published author.
Author as well.
Hold on, let me make this big.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, she also has written children's books. Look at this, you guys. My grandgirls absolutely love these books.
That's so great. Oh my gosh, that makes me so excited.
Yeah, so tell us how this all happened.
So it was always just a big goal of mine to be an author. I always loved writing. I always had the passion to write. So then when I was 16, I think it was, I really wanted to try to pursue being an author. And that's a really, really rough road ahead. So there's like two different options you can do. You can either try to go with like a, hello, Cheryl. You can either go with like trying to get an agent, and then the agent brings you to like a publisher. And that whole route's just very, very rough. And then apparently there's times too with that, where even if you do go that route and you're able to make it, you still sometimes aren't guaranteed money, because sometimes that the agency takes a cut, like a massive cut. So that's what made me decide to do the route of just publishing it myself. So I
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
18 when I decided to sit down and write this book. And I wrote it, and I went with a company that published it, and I did it all myself. And it was a super fun process. And
that is amazing. And I want to share with the audience here. Look at these illustrations. I mean, the illustrations are so eye-catching.
Such a good illustrator. She outdid herself.
And I love the big print of the words and everything. So my oldest grandgirl is reading very, very good. So she can read this. So I just and my girls are well, soon to be 8 and 6. So when I got them this, for Christmas, it was perfect. It was perfect for their age group. They absolutely loved it. So if anybody has kids or grandkids, they will absolutely love these books. So can they just message you, Heather, and then you can send them the link? Because I don't have the link.
Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.com. The books. I can probably let me see if I can link it in the chat.
Yeah, you can try to see if you can link it.
Amazon.com, and I think it's even Prime eligible. So if you have Amazon Prime,
okay,
you can get it in like 2 days. Let me just pull up Amazon.
Okay.
Super fun.
I'm gonna go ahead and moderate some people in the chat. I thought I already had you girls on there, but so I just
wrench. Yeah, sometimes, because I thought I had a wrench as well, but sometimes it's weird. Like there was one time I was on Jen's chat and I had no wrench. Like YouTube is like really weird at that.
It is really weird. Oh, and there's Eric B. Hi, Eric. Welcome. My chat is a little bit behind, so if I miss you, please forgive me. Hopefully I got everybody and saying hello to everyone in the chat. Oh, there's Anthony. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, you'll have to type something in there, Heather, and let me make sure I have your wrench in there.
Okay.
So you can link that.
I got a wrench.
Oh, yep, there you are. Okay, you're good.
See here.
You got your wrench. Okay.
Let me see.
Got it. Okay.
On the search. Let me just try one other place to look for it.
Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to show a little bit of what started it all out was Heather's Instagram. So check this
Yes.
out, you guys. I'm going to share my screen and bring this up. This is amazing. You guys won't believe this. Okay. Can you see that now? Okay, yeah. Okay, so look at this. Miss Heather has 10.3 thousand followers on Instagram. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Heather. That is so, so amazing. I am so proud of you. And so look at these pictures, you guys. Okay, so you'll have to tell me, were you really a gymnast? Look at this.
I was a dancer and I was a competitive cheerleader.
I started to say, now I think you said something about cheerleading, but look at this. Look at this flexibility, you guys. This is amazing. And with Disney in the backdrop, oh my gosh, look at this flying, that's not even spread eagle. That, I don't even know what to call that, but
yeah, it's a scale. I think it's the technical word. It's a scale, I think, or it's a scorpion. I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
It's the splits in the sky is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And she got the book link there. Absolutely. Thank you, Heather. And so it says, Princess and the Frog, does it really fit into Frontierland? And bringing back the old ride originally due in the Western River exploration. I don't know. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be really cool.
So I've seen the concept art for it, and it just looks so beautiful. I'm really excited. And apparently, I think it's going to add her restaurant in as well for a place to eat.
Oh,
so that would be really neat.
That would be amazing. And
some
so
beignets.
Because Thunder Mountain is based on Bryce Canyon and all that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I love Tiana. I love Princess and the Frog. I think it's going to go over great. I think, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it all.
I'm really excited what the Imagineers are going to do. It's going to be really cute, I think. I'm really stoked.
Absolutely. And I love all the updates, with them bringing in like Moana to the Polynesian. I thought that was brilliant.
That's going to be so neat. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to stay there. I'm going to have to stay in the Moana room.
I know, right? So I'm just like, I can't wait for you to bring us all of this. You guys just stay tuned to Vacation Exploration channel with Heather, because she is going to bring all of this to you live.
I'm going to be there opening day for Splash Mountain, or I don't know if it's still going to be called Splash Mountain, or if it's going to be called something else. I don't know how they're going to do that exactly. If it's going to be like Tiana's Ride, Splash Mountain. I don't know, because how they're going to do it. Or if it's going to be
that's a good question.
Because it's the whole thing, like the mountains, like, like how you have Big Thunder Mountain and this. So I don't know if they're still going to incorporate that as a name. It's going to be interesting. I'm very curious. But I'm going to be there. Whenever it opens up, I will be there opening day, vlogging it. So I don't know. I think it's a few years, but I'll still be there.
Yeah, you had a lot of opening days here recently. Tell us some of the grand openings that you were able to attend.
So I went to the grand opening of Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
I think it was. Oh my gosh, we waited there with like 20 other people. We got there at 2 a.m. We were by Disney's Boardwalk. So fun fact about Disney's Boardwalk, in Beach Club, you're in walking distance between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So we found a way to get to Boardwalk, and then we were just under. There was a bridge there. There's a bridge by there. So we were under there with 20 people, and then eventually there was like a lot of security guards. They're like, okay, you can move up. So then we moved up towards the entrance of the park, and then we waited there. We were freezing. We're in pants. Hi, Amy. We were, oh my gosh, it was such a cold night. We're just waiting here for this ride. And then it was so different because everything was just so with crowds. Once we got in, it was funny because it's also a different boarding group system as well than what you did, I think, when you were here in February. It was you scanned in and you can get a boarding group immediately. So we were such a hustle. I scanned in and I was with what's her name? I was with Jen, and Jen just grab a boarding group, just scan it and just go. And I just remember we got in and I'm like with my phone all over the place, and we got in a boarding group 12. We were in one of the first boarding groups of the year. It started at 10. I don't know why they didn't start 1 to 10. It started at 10. That was the first group. So we were in group 12. We were all huddled in there. It was so crazy like how times are different. Now everything, you have to social distance, but this was before then. Yeah. So there's a huge crowd of people, and we were so then we were called, I think it was around 6 a.m. our group was called, so we went right over to the ride, and I think from what I've heard, we were the 4th people on it, like the 4th section on it. But the thing is, though, right before we hopped on the ride, it broke. We got to the ride vehicle because part of it's like a kind of like a show, kind of like a performance. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but it was like right before we got on the ride vehicle. Oh. I felt so bad. The girl was there trying to start it, and then she was like, "There's something wrong with the first order. There's something wrong with the first order." I think she just didn't know what to say. I felt so bad.
Oh,
no. And then they gave us a time where when it does reopen, we can come back. So then about 2 hours later, they fixed it, and we were then able to ride it. But I was so nervous. I'm like, we waited all night, and if it's gonna break, and you're gonna tell me I can't ride it, I was.
Please don't tell me I can't get on this ride.
Like, no, like I was just so nervous that it wasn't gonna go back up, and I was just like, but it did, and it was phenomenal. You've been on Rise of the Resistance, so you would know how phenomenal it is.
Yes, it is phenomenal. That was the word I would choose. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. And then how long was 90 Bell? And then our other opening, which was another really great one, was for the Runaway Railway from Hollywood.
Yes, I haven't got to ride it yet.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. It is such a cute ride. Same thing, Boardwalk Beach Club. We got there about 3 a.m. because it wasn't as popular as Rise. It wasn't as much of like, okay, we gotta get there. And then we waited there, and right at 7 they let us in, or maybe it was 6. It was between like 6:40 and 7 they let us in, and we were actually the first people on that. Me and Jem were the first people open to the public, not before like.
My God!
First guest ever on it. So that's just one I could always hold a special place because that was like I was the first person ever on that ride.
On that ride. That is amazing. You girls are crazy.
Easy staying up late, but it's fun. It was worth it. I'm really excited, and it's something I'll never forget. And I don't know what's happening with Ratatouille because that's the next one that's due.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening with that. So I don't know. I'm curious. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, Anthony, I did. We read those. Okay. And then there's Jared. Hi, Jared.
Jared.
Yeah. More power to Heather getting up in the wee hours in the morning. I don't know if you ever went to bed. Did you guys?
Oh, I never went to bed. I slept in that day. I remember I slept until like noon, and then I was like, okay, like I'm gonna be up now for the whole night. I had I had caffeine. I was ready to go. I bought snacks. Like I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go to bed.
You had your snacks and your caffeine, and you were ready.
You know what? You just have to get there early with those openings if you want to get on the ride. If you want to be like. If you want to get guaranteed on the ride, you have to get there like really early.
Yes, you have to get up, or don't even go to bed. Hi there, Brooke. Hello. How are you? From Alaska. Speaking of Alaska, that's one of our YouTube friends up there in Alaska. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so I'm just so excited for everybody to meet Heather and check out her YouTube page. Uh, hold on, her channel. Hold on, let me get that back up here. And so everybody can see it. And Heather, if you want to, you can go ahead and drop your link in there again, or if anybody, Natalie, anybody can drop it in there again. You got to check out Heather's vacation exploration. Let's make sure everybody can see that there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we talked about a little bit about Disney. We talked a little bit about your channel and everything, and cruising. So, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, that you've done some other international travel as well.
Yes, that is correct. So fun fact about me is I think did it post? Okay, there.
Yep,
So yeah,
you're good.
I've been to Europe. I've been to the United Kingdom. This was about 3 years ago. Me and my dad really wanted to just go, and then we're just like, you know what, let's just book it. So we went ahead. We did a tour. We actually did a land tour with you've probably heard of them, CIE tours.
CIE, I don't think I'm familiar.
They do a lot with with the UK. I know
Mm-hmm.
they do other places in Europe as well, but it was super fun. We did it. We did a group. Um, and it was super fun. We went to Scotland, England, and Wales, and we traveled
Ooh.
all over there. And it was, oh my gosh, it was so fun. I got to see four castles. So I got to see Windsor Castle, which was neat. That's where, like, Queen Elizabeth lived and King Henry VIII and all those people, which was really neat to like be there knowing these people were once like in this room, and to see where like how like their lives were, kind of. So like they
Yeah.
would have like things. This was this person's bedroom. This was this person's thing. So it was really neat. Then we went to a castle called Bamberg Castle, which is located on the North Sea. So if you guys want to Google it when this is done, just look up Bamberg Castle. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. And then we went to Edinburgh Castle, and then we went to Cardiff Castle. So we got to see a lot. We got to just see so many old sites. Oh my gosh, it was just amazing. We started out, we landed in London, then we went to Windsor, then we ended up in York, and then we ended up going to Bamberg Castle and Hadrian's Wall and see more of like the English side. We went to like a pub. Then we went to Edinburgh. We were there 2 days. Edinburgh is such a neat city. Oh my gosh. If you want to go to Scotland, go to Edinburgh. Um, and then we did a ghost tour there, which was really cool.
Ooh,
And
my
then
husband would like that.
it was so cool. And it was the funniest thing how we found the company was I was talking to a English family in line at Disney waiting. I think we were waiting to get our picture at the Rapunzel lantern. So I ended up, me and my mom there, we started talking to this family, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, if you go to Edinburgh, you got to do these ghost tours. So it was funny. It was just somebody that was all the way in Florida where I heard from, or a person that was visiting, a tourist. So that was cool. And so we did that, and that was really cool. And then we ended up so we were in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is just, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful city over there. No, I didn't go to St. Andrews at all, Jared. Didn't end up in St. Andrews. And then we went to the Lake District, which is located in northwest of the UK, and that was just beautiful, beautiful. And I would love to go back there and just rent like a cabin for like a week. That's how beautiful it was. And then
Yeah.
we ended up in Liverpool, and we did the Beatles story there, which was a Beatles exhibit all about like how they lived and fun facts about that.
Oh, I would
And
like
then we
that. Yeah.
it was so cool. It was so cool because I think that's where they originated in, was Liverpool, if I'm correct. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it was
Yep.
just really cool. We visited a place where they used to play. It was really cool. I really liked Liverpool. Hello, Cheryl. Our family has a cat. Oh, really? That's so cool. Wow, Castle. Wow, that's really cool.
Leode or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Very nice.
the name
Yeah.
Castle. Very cool. That's so cool. That's so neat.
That is
Um,
awesome.
and then after that, we ended up in Ludlow, and then we saw Tintern Abbey, which, oh my gosh, Google that when you guys are done with here. It was a cathedral that King Henry VIII destroyed because he destroyed a lot of things.
Oh,
And that really, it was really interesting. It was just these huge, this falling apart cathedral, and it was just really neat to see. And then we ended up in Cardiff, and then we ended up then we were there for a night, and we saw like this Welsh kind of show with these, learned about the Welsh culture.
mm-hmm.
And then we ended up in we went to Stonehenge, and that was really cool.
Ooh,
So
nice.
to see. Then we ended up in London for our final days, and that was London's just so much fun. We had so much fun. We did the London Eye. We went to Trafalgar Square. We did it all. Like we went to the what else? Piccadilly Circus. We went to Big Ben. It was so much fun. Like
That sounds like a blast. Yeah, and I know that because Miss Ruby uh, purchased your ears in Epcot, your UK ears, right?
Yeah, she was so sweet. That was so sweet of you, Ruby. Yeah, I saw them one day. And I was going to buy them. Ruby's like, I'll get them for you. And I was like, oh my God. So I was just so flattered.
That was
Um,
amazing. And yeah,
um,
so I knew that you had that connection with the UK, and I thought you said you'd been there. So
yes, I love the UK. It is such a great country.
yeah,
Yeah,
it really does. If I had my choosing, to go over to Europe, I would definitely want to go to London for sure.
definitely go to London. London's just it's fabulous.
Yeah,
Um,
I could totally see that. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. So we talked a little bit about Disney. So now let's talk a little bit about Universal. I had some of my friends were asking me, well, who do you know that is like a Universal expert? Because they're going in 19 days. And so they were, yeah, so they're getting ready to go down there. And I was like, well, the only one I could think of is maybe Heather, And so tell us a little bit about, like, for me, the person that's never been to Universal. Tell us a little bit about that. And are you a big Harry Potter fan?
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Oh my gosh, Harry Potter is like probably my favorite, like, what's the word for it? Favorite, like, what's the word
Well,
for it?
did you like read the books back in the day and do all that?
I watched all the movies. I read all the books. It's like my favorite, trying to think of the
Series,
word,
I
fan. Yeah. I'm such a big fan. If they're big Harry Potter fans, they'll fit right in because that's like the main thing is Harry Potter, and they've done such a phenomenal job just creating that land. Like you feel like you're right in Diagon Alley. You feel like you're right in Hogsmeade. Like they just outdid themselves where they're very on par with them. They're actually very equal to Disney with that, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Universal's really cool. Trying to think what the best way. Studios is more like all over the place with their theming. Islands is more with their theming. Like for example, Islands has a Marvel Land, which is kind of weird because we own Marvel now, but
Yeah.
they have made some sort of agreement with Universal that they can keep it. They have a comic book land. They have Jurassic Park, Seuss Landing, and then Harry Potter World. And then Studios is more like kind of like how Hollywood Studios is themed, like has that
Okay.
theming of wood, and you got your classic rides. You got Rip Ride Rocket, which is their big coaster there. You got ET. and all
Now,
that
see, I
stuff.
was a huge ET fan because that was back in my day. We saw
Yeah,
that right when it came out, in the theater and
yeah.
everything. So I would
Um,
love to do that.
it's such a cute ride. It's such a cute ride. You really feel like you're transformed. Like you have to save ET. That's kind of the plot. You got to save ET to bring him back to his home planet, and it's super fun. It's a super fun ride. Um,
Oh, Loving Life Hitched Up is here. Hello, hello. They said they loved ET too. And
yeah,
yeah. And then Jared's saying Universal has movies and Islands of Adventure is aimed toward books. Okay.
yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. You're right because you got the Seuss Landing, which is books, Marvel's comics. You got a comic book land, which is comics, like little comics like Popeye and Betty Boop, and then you got Harry Potter, which is books. So yeah, I would say you're right.
That's pretty cool. Oh, they do have Popeye.
They do. They have a themed ride. It's actually it's kind of like it's like a raft ride where you get soaked on it. I've only been on it like once because if you go on it, you're soaked the rest of the day.
So
It's very themed. It's you have to be you like if you're gonna do it like bring a spare change of clothes like
bring a spare change of clothes. Well, I ask you that because we just went to Chester, Illinois, which is not that far from here, just right across the Missouri River or Mississippi River over there, and that's where the creator of Popeye is from.
no,
So,
I did not know that. That's
yep,
interesting.
yep, yep. So we went and seen they have some statues and stuff around. So, but yeah, so I never was into the books. I mean, that was kind of later, uh after my time, I guess you would say. But but I did watch all the Harry Potter movies, and all of that. So I think I would really enjoy that. And the castle looks just amazing.
Beautiful. Like they really just did a great job just really making that into a land.
And they have a nighttime show that looks pretty cool where they had projections on the castle and stuff.
It's kind of similar to Cinderella's Castle where they had the projections. They're not doing them at the moment. Well, they can't do them at the moment because it's still bright out, even if they wanted to. I don't know what if
Oh
they're
yeah,
gonna do
they're
them
closing so early now.
closing at like 6. It's still bright and sunny out, but I don't know what they're gonna do though for Christmas. They haven't announced their Christmas yet, Universal. I hope they bring the projections back for that
Yeah,
because they'll probably do some kind of social distancing thing with
something.
it.
Yeah.
I think
But
they can, but
we were talking before the show that there's some rumors. We don't know if it's true, but some rumors about maybe some kind of a Halloween Horror Nights, maybe in Universal.
what's happening is there's something called Sunshine Fright. They think it's going to be called, and it's going to be during the daytime. They're going to have 2 houses that are open, but you don't have to pay any extra money to go in them. All you need is just your annual pass or just a admission,
Yeah.
and you can go through them. It hasn't been announced yet by Universal. Like there hasn't been any news from Universal. However, there's a
Still just a
lot of
rumor.
pointing there. We have a friend that's in the Ohana as well. That she was there yesterday and she asked a security guard and he said they're going to be doing it. However, it hasn't been official yet.
Yeah,
So
so we're still waiting to hear the news. There's Q's Cruisers. Welcome, welcome guys. Sarah and Bob. Hello, hello. And yeah, so we're just meeting Heather here of Vacation Exploration. And like I said, all the hats that she wears, Disney, Universal, cruising, I mean, you name it, she's got it going on. And also, like we talked about with your brother, joining you in some of the videos, but you also have Uncle Ben, right?
yeah, so my uncle Ben has lived with me and my family since 2006 after my grandmother passed away. So we took him in as to be caregivers to him because he's special needs. He's been living with me and my family for 14 years now, and I really want to make more vlogs of him to spread awareness to autism awareness, because I feel like there definitely needs to be more awareness of that out there. We had an issue back when Universal opened. My mom took him to one of the opening days, and he accidentally went over the line that says on the ground, like, the spatial markers, and he accidentally went over the line, and a guest right in front of him turned around and yelled at him. It's like,
no.
do you know how to read? Like, just went off on him. And my mom immediately was like, no, ma'am. And she went off on him
No,
right back.
ma'am.
He's autistic. He has special needs. He can't help if he did something on accident.
Yeah.
So I just want to really make these vlogs with him to really spread awareness that people around you might have a disability, and just be aware, be just patient and kind, and just to be really just kind to everybody around you and be patient.
Right. Kindness first, get you a long ways. But yeah, I really enjoyed your video you had with him the other day. I was so happy to see him back in the parks, and that was great.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing his favorite things at Universal, and we had a fun time. He loves going to the parks, and my mom tries to take him. She usually tries to take him 1 or 2 days a week. He just loves it.
And then your brother Dan comes in and does some. Now he was right there with you, like when Disney Springs opened and all of that.
Yeah.
How amazing was that to reopen all of that?
That was so great. I was so glad he was here, because he used to live up north. He went to grad school in Michigan, and then then when he was in college down here, he was in South Florida. So he's been kind of out of the house with absolutely me. Sorry, I was trying to read the message there for a second.
Yeah. Hughes Cruisers has an autistic child.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Check out my video with Uncle Ben for sure on my channel.
Like that.
And I'm going to be doing more of those videos as well. So definitely check that out. And where was I? Oh yeah, then so he was out of the house, and we just have really bonded so much during this time. That's one positive thing that's happened from this.
Absolutely.
I felt like we've grown. Like, I felt like over the years we weren't overly close because he wasn't living with us. And now that he's back in Florida, back here, I feel like our relationship has just grown. And I'm just so happy he wants to be part of my vlogs, and he's just so supportive of my channel. I'm very just fortunate that he's very there. And he wants to go to Disney. There's just no selling of annual passes, and it's so frustrating.
I know. It's like right when he gets here and is able to go, then he can't even get a pass.
He can go. And so it's just I feel so bad for him. He wants to go. He has the money there. He wants to do it, and he can't. So
come on, Disney, open up those annual passes.
As soon as he gets an annual pass, he will be right in the parks with me as often as he can. He's busy with his own life as well, but probably more on weekends. If I do a live stream or a vlog, he will definitely.
It's always fun when you have Dan around. So.
And we always have a blast together. So.
Now, another thing that I really liked, while the world was shut down, you did a lot of cooking videos, baking videos.
I did. So I did a lot of So fun fact about me, if you guys do not know, I'm vegan. So I've been vegan for about the past 8 years. So I really always been into cooking. So that's another fun fact about me. Back in 2013, I had another YouTube channel before I started my current. I made little baking videos when I was
Did you?
And I try. At the time, I was like kind of really into doing that, so I made a little channel, made little cooking videos of how to make different vegan treats. and such. So I really just always enjoyed cooking and baking. So, and then I decided not to do that as much because I wasn't as much of like like I like doing it, but I want like, oh my gosh, I want to make these videos
Mm-hmm.
like as like a permanent job. But so with that, I decided, you know what, like, during the pandemic, I really want to do these home streams and trying to figure out things to do. So I was like, I'll just do things instead of like just talking, because I did a lot of that, but it was like, okay, I need to come up with like months worth of like home streams. I'm like, what am I going
Yeah,
to do?
because what we thought was going to be a few weeks turned into months.
Months, because that's the thing, like there wasn't that much news at the time, because I was like, okay, yeah, I can talk about news, no big deal,
There
but
wasn't
there
any.
wasn't news. So it was like, I was kind of like, what do I do? So then I was like, I can bake for them, maybe, show me baking, show some different recipes. So
I
yeah,
remember
so
when you did the was it Jammy Dodgers?
Jeremy Dodgers. So yes, it was funny because Reese, we were in house party a lot, and Reese, Reese, he's a mod for Jen and me. He lives in the UK, and he always was eating Jammy Dodgers in house party. He would have like this like, little like containers, and he would just be eating them, and I'm like, darn it! I wish they were vegan, because they're not vegan. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make them from home. I found a recipe online, and
Perfect.
um, and I just made them at home, and they were delicious. Super easy. It was like 4 ingredients or something like that. And oh my gosh, it was fun. I love baking. Baking is so much fun.
Yeah, yeah, and I saw there, and I must have missed that one, but you made some thin mints on, and
Thin mints. I made so many different things.
they,
Like
I would like the thin mints. I mean, that sounds hard. Even I don't even know how you did that.
the main thing was is you had to make sure they were rolled out very thin, because it's a thin mint. And so I was the dough. That's another thing too. You have to chill the dough, because if you don't, it will stick onto your countertops, and then you can't form it into the thin mint. So Heather admits she's not a neat baker, which is awesome. Yeah, definitely not a neat, not definitely not a clean baker. That is for sure.
Yeah,
The
you got to
cooking.
be brave to bake, So I give you kudos for that.
Yeah, he does love his Jimmy Dodgers, but he like a whole like row of them. It was so
I just
funny.
love the name. I'm like,
Jimmy
who could
Dodgers,
who could not like that?
and they're so good, so good. If you guys don't know what a Jammy Dodgers, well, because I should have mentioned as well, it's a cookie. It's kind of like a sugar cookie. I think that's the best way to describe it. And it has jelly inside of it. You take 2 cookies, you smush them together. I'm trying to think what's the right word for it. It's kind of like, or shortbread. Shortbread, that's what it is. It's a
Oh, like
shortbread
a
cookie with
shortbread?
jam
Okay.
in it. So
Right.
it's
Well,
delicious.
Heather, I am just so proud of you. You are just killing it over there on YouTube and on Instagram and with everything else that you do. Just a pleasure to watch. And like I said, my new nickname for you is my little Disney sister. So, so yeah, it was so amazing to get to meet you in February. I wish we could have hung out longer.
It was great, but it was so great being able to meet with you for the Polynesian for a little bit.
Yeah,
It was
I
so
mean, even if it wasn't for very long, just to be able to hug your neck, it was just so special, and I will never forget that. And so, just so happy to uh, see you doing well, and I wish you all the best in the future. Like I say, there's going to be so much coming up with Heather, and so if you are, curious about what it's like to travel during these times or what it's like to go to Disney or Universal during these times. She's going to bring all of that to you. So definitely stay tuned and check out Vacation Exploration, everyone. Thank you so much, Heather, for coming. It's so special to have you here today. And like I said, my little sis.
Thank you so much again for inviting me on. Like I love doing that. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah. So, all right, Heather, thank you so much. Stick around, and I'll say goodbye to everybody. Have a blessed and magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Ruby, Natalie, Q's Cruisers, Life Hitched Up. Bye, everyone. Jared. Bye.